I want to do a video about it's okay to be rich if. This is totally off the cuff. I haven't even really thought about what I'm going to say, and I could sometime maybe I'll do this and I'll write everything down before I say it, but I like doing things off the cuff sometimes anyway. To see even what's going on in my own, what I can think of. Now, it's okay to be rich if you remember that it takes a lot of work for anybody to really be rich, and that it should take you a lot of work to be rich. That's one thing, okay. Number two, it's okay to be rich if you realize that it takes help from others to be in a position to be rich. Unless now you could say build your own house, and but you have to get the materials from somewhere, and a lot of other things like that. So normally, in any situation, it'd be very hard to be rich without getting help from others. So you want to remember that. Number three, it's okay to be rich, but you should remember that not everybody can be rich, because it just it doesn't work that way. Some people are not. Some people aren't even smart enough to be rich, but and some people don't really want to be rich anyway. They don't really want to be rich, but but it's okay to be rich as long as you respect other people and realize that not everybody else can be rich, not everybody else wants to be rich. Okay, it's okay to be rich as long as you aren't focused on going to war and making sure that other people get peon wages. In other words, you're not just so miserly rich that all you can think about is hoarding your money and paying for security guards and everything, when you should be concerned more about sharing your wealth and sharing your knowledge, sharing your skills, so that you can help other people instead of trying to get even richer and have them be even poorer. So that's a big problem we have in our society right now. In Mexico, they have more billionaires, they say, than almost any place in the world. They also have a lot more peasants. And it's really unfortunate because, you can't take the money with you when you go. And just to, pass it down the line, what you should be passing down the line is your willingness to try to keep out of wars, to keep from having to destroy land and destroy buildings and destroy people's lives by going to war. And you should be more concerned about trying to build up people's lives instead of destroying their lives. And then in a lot of cases, a lot of times you should just mind your own business too. Like we're going over there and we're saying that we're against the Taliban. Well, at one time we were for the Taliban. So who is the one that's not making up their mind? Are they not making up their mind, or are we not making up our mind? It looks like we're not making up our mind whose side we're on, not whose side they're on. We're forcing them because they didn't want to have a pipeline going straight through the middle of their country. We decided that we didn't like the way the rulers are. Just like with Saddam Hussein when he didn't want to have his oil divided a certain way, then all of a sudden he's our enemy. So, anyway, I don't want to go too far with this, but my whole point is here we got these huge deficits, and they're blaming that on the poor again, and it's really not the poor's fault. It's the fault of rich people with this attitude of, well, I got mine, you get yours, but in the meantime, I'll step on your head to get even more. We don't need rich people like that. Bush was my total thing about how not to be rich. Towards the end of his presidency, he even got a book on how to be a good executive. Well, yeah, towards the end of his presidency, he about destroyed our entire country. And so he couldn't make a good executive. He's a joke. He's a joke as a person. He's a joke as an executive. And he's a joke as a rich person. You know? That's what I have to say about being rich.